Hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're a returning subscriber, if this is your first time here, welcome. I am so excited to have you flow with me today. As you can see, the scenery is a little bit different. We're traveling. We're in Texas this week, but the flow is still going to be just the same. Nice slow flow vinyasa practice, and today's session is going to be a nice quick 20-minute flow, something that you can do, of course, while you're traveling. All right, guys, with that being said, we're going to start in a standing position today. So go ahead and bring the feet about a hip's width apart, finding that nice Tadasana stance. Roll those shoulders up to the ears. Exhale them down the spine. We're going to work on alignment today and making sure that we're in a nice straight line throughout our body. So we're also going to take our pinkies and scoop them as if you were picking up something heavy. So you should feel those shoulders activating, and your pinkies should land right around that thigh or hip area. Take a nice big breath of air in through the nose. Lift all 10 toes off of the mat. Say hello to each one as it lands back down. On your inhale, sweep those arms up high overhead, making sure we don't hunch those ears towards the shoulders. Go ahead and relax them down. And on your next exhale, we're going to take our half moon, our modified half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Drop that right hand down. Reach that left arm up for a nice side bend stretch. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left arm comes down, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. That right arm arches up and over. Inhale back through center. Hold here for 2 breaths. Oop, I think my fingers are cut off, but that's okay. You know what's going on up there. Hold here for that one nice big body breath. Exhale, swan dive. Open those arms up to a T as you forward fold Uttanasana, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, creating nice space in the body. While you're here, you have that nice flat back that we like to work on. And the feet are still that hips width apart. If you have a little bend in the knee, that's okay. But if you're straight like me, that's okay too. No matter where you are in your practice, your back is just nice and flat. Exhale, fold it forward. Finding your ragdoll pose. Begin to bring the elbows in, grasp each one. Your gaze should be directly behind you. And you can begin to bend into the knees as you sway from side to side, releasing that spine. Take a moment to switch grips on those elbows, just reaching for opposite elbows. Continue to gaze behind you as you nod your head no. You're not going to let anything stop you from flowing through this practice, from flowing through your week, whatever day it is for you that you're watching. Nod your head yes. You are ready to take on all the things that you truly desire. You are ready for anything that comes your direction. Lower those fingertips down to the mat and go ahead and bring the knees down. We're going to flow through our warm-up of the spine before we start moving too much. So bring those fingertips wide to the mat. Begin to tuck the toes as we flow through our cat-cows. Inhaling, sending the gaze up to the sky. Exhale, dome the spine. Flow through these breaths 4 times, cycling up to your cat. Namaste, cow. Exhale down to your cat. You'll begin to notice as you do more of my flows that there are just a few things that I do in every single practice. Warming up the spine is always the most important for me because you only get one. As you finish this last cycle of cat-cows, inhale back up to your cow. Exhale back to neutral. Center that left hand to the mat. Sweep the right arm up high to the sky. Take those wrist circles here. And as you exhale, you know we like to thread the needle, dropping that shoulder down to the earth. Option to take that left arm up and above the head, or you can always take the bind around the back. Wherever you are, we're opening that heart space. So as you inhale in, open that left shoulder a little bit more. And as you exhale, allow that right arm to extend a little bit deeper. Two more breaths here. If you've taken a bind, you can begin to take that left arm back down to the mat, centering it as you sweep the right arm all the way back up to the sky. On your exhale, lower everything down and take those body circles, rounding out the hips down to the heels, all the way around town. Make these movements as exaggerated as you'd like. So if you'd like to spread the arms out farther as you're flowing, whatever feels good in your body. As you come around on that fourth circle, come back to neutral, stack those wrists back below the shoulders, center the right hand to the mat. Inhale, sweep that left arm up high to the sky. Take those wrist circles. And as you exhale, thread the needle, dropping that left arm down and through. Shoulder comes down to the mat. And that right arm comes up and over. Or maybe it's back in that binded position. Take one more breath here. Remember, as we inhale, we twist a little bit deeper, opening that right shoulder. Exhale, let that left arm extend a little bit longer. Beginning to bring that right arm back down to the mat. Inhale, sweep everything back up to the sky. Left arm is waved up high. Exhale, back down to neutral. If you want to slide the hands out a little bit more as you take your body circles to the left, make them nice and exaggerated. As you begin to come back around on your fourth circle, bring your hands back into that neutral position, finding your tabletop. And we're going to curl the toes, send the hips up and back for your downward dog. Keeping that bend in the knee this morning or afternoon, wherever it is for you. This may be your first dog of the day, so we're bending at the knees, taking that dog for a walk. When you're ready, coming to stillness, like I said, we're working on alignment, so we want to scoop those elbows in as well. Just like you did with the hands, imagine that you have a nice big ball between your arms that you're wanting to hold there. So the shoulders are activated, and we're pulling that torso towards the thighs. Remember, if you're here and have a bend in your knee, that is a-okay. We want to be here instead of, flat out like this or not quite up in that triangular position. So make sure those fingertips are spread wide to the mat so you have a nice strong base. Those elbows are scooped in and that torso is pulling towards the thighs. Take one more breath here in your downward dog. On your next inhale, begin to travel to the top of your mat, walking the feet towards the hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, sweep those arms up high to the top of the mountain, Tadasana. Bring the fingertips together. Hopefully you can see, and we're taking this gentle back bend as we push the pelvis forward. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Finding that nice flat back again. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, root to rise. So those fingertips come all the way back up to the top of the mountain, Tadasana. Fingertips come together. Take a little bit deeper of a back bend here. Pushing the pelvis forward, lifting the spine as you push forward. Exhale, forward fold, plant those hands firmly, and we're going to take a vinyasa. So step those feet back together to meet in a plank position. If you'd like to do modified, you can lower the knees down, but we're going to come through our chaturanga, lower into that push-up. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. As we begin to heat up the body, you may need to take a breath here. When you're ready, sweep that right leg high, three-legged dog. Begin to pedal out that ankle, circle that ankle. On an exhale, step that right foot forward, press up into your warrior one. In warrior one, that back left foot is at a nice 45-degree angle. That front right knee has a bend in it. 90 degrees there. We're doing math today. And the hips are square with the front of the mat. It almost feels like a crescent lunge, but your toes are your heel is flat to the ground. Bring those hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Interlace those fingers behind the back. Exhale, humble warrior. Bringing this right shoulder inside of the right knee. We rest here, opening that right hamstring. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, come all the way back up to a standing warrior one. Activate those arms as we open into warrior two. The back left foot's now parallel with the back of the mat, and you still have that bend in the front right knee. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, reverse the warrior. On your next exhale, cartwheel those hands down around the front right foot. Plant your hands and take that vinyasa. Lowering down through your chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale back to downward dog. Take a breath here. And on your inhale, bring that left leg high for three-legged dog. We're circling that ankle here, giving ourselves a nice little break. Stepping that left foot forward, pressing up into our warrior one on the left side. Remember that back right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Front left knee has a gentle bend in it. Inhale, lift the chest. Interlace those fingers behind the back and we find that humble warrior. Left shoulder comes inside of the left knee. And while we're here holding in this space, we want to make sure that the wrists are nice and clasped together. We don't want to have them floating like this. We want to tuck the palms together so the wrists touch. Take one more breath here. Beginning to rise back up to your warrior one. Open to warrior two. Back right foot is now parallel with the back of the mat. Your arms are nice and strong. Inhale in. Exhale, reverse the warrior. On your next exhale, cartwheel those hands down around the front left foot, stepping back for your vinyasa, lower down through your chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale back to your downward dog. We're going to do that one more time on each side, and then we're going to warm down, because remember, this is a quick 20-minute flow. Inhale, sweep that right leg high. We'll move a little bit faster this time. Exhale, step that right foot forward, pressing up into your warrior one. Interlace those fingers behind the back, and on your exhale, humble warrior, right shoulder comes down. Inhale back up to warrior one, open to warrior two. As you inhale, hinge forward, exhale, reverse that warrior. Cartwheel those hands down around the front right foot. Flow through that vinyasa. Remember, if we're modifying, we're bringing the knees down. We bring that chin and chest. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale back to downward dog. On your next inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. And we step it through, pressing up into that warrior one. Interlacing those fingers behind the back, activating that humble warrior. Left shoulder comes down to the left knee. And we want to make sure that we're not collapsing the torso down onto that left thigh. So we're really activating and stretching through this left leg. Pressing all the way back up in through warrior two. That back right foot's parallel. Inhale in, hinge forward. Exhale, reverse that warrior. Cartwheel those hands down around the front left foot. Flow through that vinyasa no matter where you are. Strong. This is our last one. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale back to downward dog. And you can come down to your tabletop. Let's come to sitting on our knees. And we're going to sink down into our warrior hero pose. So while we're sinking down, you can sink down between the feet if you'd like. The soles of the feet will then become flush with the back of the mat. If you're not quite here, so you can't sink the bum between the feet, that's okay. Just go ahead and sit right here on the heels. So I'll do it one more time from this angle. The feet come out, so the toes are pointed to the sides, and you're sinking in between the heels. Wherever you are, if you're in hero with me right now, opening those thighs, those hamstrings, that IT band, that's beautiful. If you're not quite there and you're sitting and you're on your heels, you're still getting that nice stretch. We're going to go ahead and open the shoulders while we're here as well. This is a nice full body 20-minute flow. So we'll begin to take our eagle arms here, bringing those opposite fingers together to touch. One more time. Take this right elbow into the left. Notice how the back of your palms are together, and then reach that right palm around. If this isn't accessible to you, that's a-okay. A nice big bear hug gives the same stretch in the shoulder blades. So whether you're in your eagle arms or in a bear hug, lift those arms, open the shoulders. Take one more breath here. Release those arms. And we're going to go into our Gomukhasana, our cow face pose. So we'll begin to bring the left foot and the right foot forward. They should be right in front of you. And we're going to work to stack our knees directly on top of each other. So take this left foot down to the mat and bring that left heel parallel with the right hip. Now we're going to take the right foot right over that left knee, and the right ankle, right heel should be parallel with that left hip. If you're not quite here, an easy pose is a beautiful place to still stretch these hips. No matter where you are, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold it forward. Take one more full body breath here. As you inhale back up to a seated position, let's go back to our hero's pose, unwinding those legs. Or maybe we're back to sitting on our heels, and we'll do our same stretch through the shoulders on the other side. So this time, we'll take our left elbow into the right, back of the palms come together, and then we reach that left arm around so we find our eagle arms. Remember that bear hug is just the same stretch in that upper shoulder area. Just remember to switch elbows. So if your right was on top, this time your left should be on top. Inhale, lift those shoulders. Exhale, release everything down, and let's all meet in an easy pose. That's just crisscross applesauce for anyone who's wondering. As we begin to wind down today's quick 20-minute flow, you can flutter your eyes closed. We should have a nice full body stretch feeling right now, nice and released. Let's take a moment to find our prayer hands, Anjali. Bring your hands to your forehead to remind yourself to think good thoughts, to plant seeds of love, trust, and balance in your garden. Lower your hands to your lips to remind yourself that your words are the water to your garden. We always speak kindly to ourselves, but more importantly to others, because all of our words are a reflection of self. Bringing your hands down to your heart space, I like to unclasp my hands and place them on my heart to remind yourself that you're made in love and you have nothing but love to share with the world. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in today's quick flow. I'm so grateful that you come and check out each and every Tuesday what we're doing here at Naphtalia Yoga. I don't think I introduced myself at the beginning, but I'm sure you already know based on the comments. My name is Tonj, and I'm so happy I got to flow with you today. Hopefully by now I've learned how to put all the social media up, so I hope that if you're not already following, that you check us out on Instagram as well. And if you'd ever like to book a in-person session and you're in the Miami area, please check out the link that is in the bio, also in the description box down below. I also do virtual sessions, so whenever you're ready to join Naphtalia Yoga in practice, let me know. Have a beautiful day or night, whatever time it is. Bye, guys.